employment ready. They don't know how to use their whatever they have learned. Okay, that is what we are looking for. So basically, we are helping the children learn how to this is the basic principle of CC. We are not going to spoon feed them. Remember this, teachers, whenever you are planning your lesson, have this principle as a thumb rule. Help the child to learn how to learn. Are you with me? All of you? Yes, you have a sheet there in front of you. All of you have folders. Quickly, I want you to make 4 columns.
కొంచెం లాంగ్ వరకు లాంగ్ వరకు
Here you need to write. Please fill up this. What I do. Is it legible to you? I just read out for you. Last, teachers, under the K you will write what I know of CC. About CC. I'm sure you've been briefed about CC. So what I know about CC, what I want to know. You can just write I want to know. What I know about CC, what I want to know. You want to know further, okay? And then what I learned. That there might be certain aspects which you might have already learned. Knowing is different from learning. You agree? Yes. And how can I learn? I'll give you 2 minutes.
ఆయన వాటర్ ఆయన వాటర్ కొంచెం మేడం
How can I learn if I leave it? What I learned, you can leave it. If you already know, if you know so much about CC, then have it. Otherwise, you can leave it. You fill it at the later part of the day. These 2 sections I want you to fill. It's a comprehensive study where children can be taught in a way that they can like and enjoy. That is what I know about it. Can you raise the hands? Can you raise your hands?
To make this teaching very playful, my teacher also we have to do something that they enjoy. While they learn, they have fun. Then I have to know how to evaluate them and how to improve myself in teaching and how to judge the standard of the students.
Basically, how to teach in a playful way, how to evaluate the child's learning and his level, right? Okay, good. You want to know that. What do you understand by this? So, okay, it's a complete comprehensive evaluation, okay?
How do you give a fun?
You didn't get the file? Okay, that's fine, I'll just pass it.
How to motivate the child from the bookish knowledge to the real life situations.
Absolutely, that's a bang on how to motivate, how to connect our lessons to the real life situations. That's a bang on. Yes, next. Teachers, more than teachers in charge, should be ready to help. This is the attitude you should not have actually. No, actually you should be proactive to learn. See, that's what's your name? What's your name? Yes, Mrs. Grace. It's no offense to you, but then see, we all come here to learn something, right? Yes, you can tell me what you want to know about this.
It's actually an interactive class between a teacher and a student. It should be an enjoyable one. Experiencing a new kind of situation in the class.
Yes.
I mean, about the lesson itself, and they are experiencing the whole lesson, imagining themselves, and they would be able to put on the paper easily.
That's perfect. What do you want to know?
How to implement that?
How to implement? What is the best way to implement CC? Yes.
Experimental way.
Let's discuss it.
How to teach the children in an easy way for them to understand. Let the children also speak up.
Very good, because what we want is, if I can put it in a nutshell, basically we want to make the session interactive, right? We all know the CC asks for making the classes interactive, but how do we make it? When we are in the class, we have so many constraints like time, syllabus completion. All these things are there on our head corrections. If children are not writing, they are not fast enough to take one. So as teachers, we actually know what are the issues we will be facing in the classroom. Sitting here, I can say that, but then when I'm actually dealing with the children, with 40 or 50 children, it's a difficult issue. You agree with me? Let's see how best we can inculcate this particular point. This is actually very, very important. We have to ensure that we have to make our class interactive. Okay, what was the other one? How to make it enjoyable, playful. And there's one more thing she has said was it has to be, how do we evaluate children? And the most important one, how do we connect it to real life situations? How best can we bring it? I think almost all the teachers had this. This is the segment which all the teachers had. Is there any other new point beyond this? Yes, teachers? We want to know all these things, right? Let's start off without wasting much time. Another thing is, please be open to learning. Okay, it's an interesting thing. Anyway, you're going to do the teaching job. So do it in a playful way. You become more playful and cheerful. And I want you to be more interactive. Please come out with questions. We are here to exchange our opinions. There's nothing right or wrong. That's what something we need to remember. Okay, and always believe in speaking up. Unless and until you speak up, you will not be able to deliver. There may be instances where when you speak, you will be asked not to speak. Okay, now you keep quiet. That which we do to our children also. Again, I am telling teacher, it is nothing for, teachers, it's not for criticizing it. Because we are under the pressure of time, we are under the pressure of syllabus completion. There are so many things. But can we overcome all these things? Consciously, we can put an effort. Let's not think we'll get 100% change. Let's be very, very practical. Let's try to bring at least 60-70% change to ourselves. Then there will be a change amongst the children as well. And please be open to innovative and new techniques. Don't brush off saying that they don't know. We learn, but the society we have come into is totally different from the society our kids will be going to. That you agree, we all have children also. We know how the children have to fight their own battles, which is again very cruel. The society is going to be much more harsher than the society we are living in. Okay, so let's quickly get into the facts.
Can I have this ticket?
తినాలంట
Okay, let's quickly do an interesting session. Sorry? Yes.
Okay, tell me very quickly, can we jot down 10 points? What makes a great teacher? Quickly, otherwise you're going to stay back. I mean, threatening you like the teachers do. Please be cheerful, please be happy. Let's see what makes us the best. All of us are teachers.
Patience.
Okay, tell the best quality in yourself that makes the best teacher. All of us. We need to have that. We can't afford not to have this. These talks are breaking off so fast. Yes. Next. Loudly. You have to be noisy, children. Very good. Friendly. Let me get you all are in charge. Which subjects like English, Maths, subject heads? They are reading in charge. Okay, so you're not into teaching at all.
Yeah, first sisters and one.
So in administration you are in, you're not in Okay, so you're okay. Next, do you check the lesson plans at all? You check the lesson plans. Yes. Next. Teachers, what do they have to be? Okay. Subject knowledge.
Impartial.
Who said this? Who said this? Yes. Are you impartial, teacher? No, so yes, but yes, see, again I'm telling all these things, we all have ifs and buts here. Okay, let's not agree publicly, but we all have some kind of affinity we develop. And when we are developing that, let's consciously cut off. It's human to get, a bright child is there, a naughty child is there, you might get towards that child, but then consciously cut off. Our mind, our conscience tells us that we are going too much into that child's. We are showing that. All of us face this. Teachers, so cut it off. Tell yourself that no, you're not supposed to cross this line. Draw a line and say that you're not going to. because that affects a lot on the psyche of other children. They feel very, very underprivileged. We think it's nothing, but they value us more than gods. Now again, I had one, when I said this in one of the training sessions, no ma'am, nowadays children are not like that. Children are very smart. No. Anytime child will be child. We are the ones who are making the children like that. Show unconditional love. Show the trust you have in that particular child, irrespective of the performance. You will develop a good human being first. Okay, when we as elders, if we show that if you get good marks, I like you more. If you wear good dress, I like you more. If you give me gifts, I like you more. These are not the yardsticks which will, make us like a child more or less. Let's be unconditional, then it will be nice. Yeah, this is very, very important. Please teachers, I request you, follow this. Be impartial. Yes, next. Caring to all the children. Okay, not to segmented, not bifurcating the children on the basis of any kind of groupism. Yes, next.
Only subject knowledge general knowledge.
Teacher should have GK. I'll just take over that. Ma'am? Yes, so you should be able to reward the child in the form of appreciation, token of love, a pat, a touch. Yes. Feedback should be there. Now tell me, should the feedback be positive or negative? Positive feedbacks should be 80%, negative should come last. Negative also, not like nothing can happen to you, nobody can change you in this world. We have had teachers like that, now also we have teachers like that. In one of my friend his name was Dhyan Gopi. He used to invariably fail in 4 subjects out of 5 subjects. Papers will come 35 marks, he get 2, 3, 4. So teachers tried their level best probably. I don't know, that time I never taught as a teacher. So finally, I remember one dialogue. तुमको ज्ञान गोपी नाम कौन रखा? तुम्हारा नाम तो अज्ञान गोपी होना था. All of us laugh because you can appreciate the wit of the teacher, but imagine the child's situation. And he was invariably, his paper will come, he never pass. That was it. So teachers have written on. And he had put down his head and then he started crying, which is very unlikely. Generally boys generally don't cry, 6th, 7th class. That's it. So definitely that hurt would have remained. And at 40 years, I left my school so long back. Still I remember that particular statement of the teacher. तुम्हारा नाम तो अज्ञान गोपी होना. So let's see, what is your problem? What is the problem? The child may be very good at sports. Maybe he will not do well academically. Let's get into the further detail. Yes, what else?
Child psychology.
Understand child psychology? Okay, can we do that? What is it? What is the spelling? PH as well, right? I hope I got it right. Correct. Okay, this also happens with us. We know sometimes we feel we are so well versed, but we are caught at some kind of influence where you are so unsure of the spelling. What do we do at that time?
No.
What do we do at that time? Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Nothing absolutely wrong. Nobody is going to brush you off. In fact, they'll respect you. What I'm forgetting you. Tell me, children, what is the spelling? Okay? They'll respect you. Maybe 1 or 2 will ridicule you, but it's not that. But afterwards, show that you do have subject knowledge. At that point, your brain is stopped working, too many things, too much of confusion, which is human. Let your children also realize that you are also human. And you can also do mistakes. There's nothing wrong if you apologize to your children. Now what happens when we conduct a test, whatever may be the marks, the moment next day we enter, they'll say, teacher, paper. As though they would have, written so nicely. Do you experience that?
Yes.
They make us feel guilty. Teacher, paper. So when you conduct tests, these are simple techniques. Tell them that if you're conducting on Monday, I'm going to give your papers on Thursday. I don't know what kind of, correction speed you will have. You yourself know. What are the commitments you would be having? So tell them that you will be giving on Wednesday. Wednesday, I will be giving your paper. They will not ask you Tuesday. Okay? So try to set the goals. These are very small things. They help to, they also understand that this teacher is so planned. For you to announce to the children that you will be giving papers on Wednesday, you need to be meticulously planned. Otherwise, you will have to cut a sorry figure. Wednesday, they'll kill you. You told me, ma'am, you told you kill me. They'll be asking, they're going to penalize you. Yes, next, what else?
Dedication.
Sorry?
Dedication.
Yes, dedicated teachers. We need to be very dedicated. Are we all? Many times we are, but at times it shakes, right? That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Don't be so critical on yourselves. Okay, if you're going little heavy, tell yourself that no, I need to come back because I'm a teacher. I need to be more righteous, I need to be more committed, I need to be more dedicated. Because we all will go off that. Sometimes you might feel, oh, so much job. Unless you love your job, you will not be able to deliver the best. Yes, teacher. Tell me. Oh, teacher should be attractive. Oh my God, that's genes. I can't help it if I'm not attractive. They will mean to say that no, if it's not attractive, they'll not be. I'll tell you teachers, yes. This is another thing. The way you conduct yourself in the class. Our first day, fine. You may be very beautiful, gifted because of your nice genes. Thanks to your parents. That's something you should be grateful about. But after a while, if they realize that you don't know your subject, you can't handle the class, they start losing their interest. Instead, if you're an average looking teacher also, but if you know your subject well, you know to conduct your students well, you are, particularly meticulous with your work, they will start respecting you. So you're gaining the respect which is going to stay long. Duty is very short-lived. We all know that, right? So let's not go by I cannot take that point, I'm sorry. But yes, she should be able to. No, yeah. Yes. So she should be able to keep the attention of her students. For that, she should have some kind of body language. There will be some teachers just close your eyes and remember your teachers once. Just let's do this activity for a second. Close your eyes and remember. I'm sure you'll come up with some mannerisms of your teachers.
I used to run with a small, very small flower like this one. She would
Okay.
take it, accept it very happily and put it another.
She would run with the
Small, very small flower.
It need not be a flower which
No,
we
no.
don't know flower, and it could be some flower from
Any flower on the road. She used to take it and give it another.
That's the love of the child. Okay, yes. Just remember any teacher's mannerisms which you used to that actually distracts. Come on, teachers, tell me. I'm sure you must be having teachers. You must have had teachers who had some kind of mannerism. Let me start. We had a teacher, English teacher. She used to the king was it, the queen came here, the son came there, So what we used to do, we never used to listen to this, what we used to call how many so's. Okay, so the purpose is defeated. She was a good teacher, I don't say she was bad, but then for every 2 words, then so used to come. Then there was one teacher who always used to do it. So we count this, and the count has to match. Now these are all things our children also will do. We did, right? So our children, so ensure that if you have any mannerisms, try to cut it off behind the screen. Let your teachers help you, other colleagues help you. You say this so much, be careful in the class. So take it in the right spirit. Do you help your teachers like that? Yes? So that's something you should be taking positive. I think you talk so much like this, don't do this. Take it in right spirit. Yes, what else? Some interesting mannerism will come up from these many number of teachers. Tell me some mannerism of your teacher, we can laugh out loud. Anything? Still we respect our teachers, it's not that. But somewhere, the mannerisms will take off the real purpose. Anything else? As teachers, what we have to do? Absolutely. Very, very necessary. They will try to emulate us. Generally what happens, teachers please don't take offense. I'm not saying you do this or we do this. When we are teaching in the class, we are ourselves. But the moment we know the principal is on grounds, we tend to be a little more straight. Okay, all of us, sometime or the other. Okay, again I'm telling you, please don't take anything too critically about yourself. But one thing, when you're teaching, I don't need somebody to look at me and judge me. I'm giving my 100%. Okay, if the superior comes to me and says that this is something you would have done this way, leading my class, okay, but I'm giving my 100%. This is my limit. I'm on the 10th step, but my superior is helping me to go on the 11th step, 12th step, 15th step. I'm okay with it. But till 10th step, I'm on myself. You agree? Whenever you are taking class, you do it 100% conviction. Not because the superior is coming down, okay. He's in 8th class, 10th class, okay. These all things we think children will not observe, but they observe a lot more than us. वो teacher तो principal आने से एकदम सीधा हो जाती. We had and children tell to other teachers. Okay, Padma teacher, I hope no Padma is there here. Okay, Padma teacher तो principal आते सीधा हो जाती मैम. हाँ ऐसा क्या? And we are literally allowing the child to talk to us about our own colleague. Okay, these things I'm not saying you're doing it, but if we are doing it, let's abstain from it. Okay, you need to be a role model. She's an excellent teacher, great subject knowledge. किसी से कोई नहीं. She's so. And another thing, as teachers, we need to remember is if my class starts at 11:45, why can't I be there at 11:44 near the class? Anywhere I have to go, right? What will I be doing? In the staff room, I will be talking about brinjal biryani or something. I can do that afterwards. Then they know that I have 11:45 class. 11:45, I'm straight there with my books, everything. The other teacher exits, you are entering. Half of the school problem is solved. The moment we enter late, they also, what teacher na 5 minutes late aati. They set the times accordingly and they keep dancing around. Then we'll have management issues, right? Class management. Because they are in that free mood, we enter the class, they will be still jumping. Instead, when the teacher is going, if you enter, they don't have the time to elevate their spirits. You are actually controlling. Okay. If you want, give them 5 minutes. Okay, children, I'm going to start in another 2 minutes. Just relax. They love you so much for that. You can forego that 2 minutes, nothing will happen. Okay, then next, what else? Anything else? You agree? I want to learn. Attitude is right. Eagerness to learn. I may be doing my class, in a certain way, but there may be another teacher who is handling it with more interactive sessions. There's always, I need to look at her and ask her, what are the techniques you're using? I'm not able to, we all have flaws as a teacher. We can always learn it from our friends. The first thing you all have to relieve yourself as an individual, especially as a teacher, is ego. Unfortunately, we are teachers for a generation which has information at their fingertips. They go Google Mama and they say it and they Google. They will know more than us. But nothing can replace a teacher. So we also need to be abreast of whatever is happening. In your particular topic, you try to be the best. Be up to date. That's how you can show to the children that you will be. So for that, you need to have eagerness. Now, suppose you are teaching about a topic, let's say history teacher is teaching about Hitler. What we have studied about Hitler? that he's bad man, he was a dictator, he did this, he did that. You might have a child who is coming up saying that no ma'am, Hitler behaved like this because he had so many issues, family issues. He had a troublesome aunt, he had an uncaring father, he did not have a mother, eventually he became this. How do you justify that? Was he wrong? The child is not wrong because that's what is fact. If you read Hitler's biography, that's what is a fact. But do you agree with that? Do you agree with the child that yeah, what he is doing is right? Can we agree?
We have to.
We have to. That means the child will connect it immediately. Okay, if I have a troublesome father, I can become like Hitler.
Not like that. We must know about Hitler.
Yes, absolutely. If he has given you an information like this, because this is about Gandhiji. We see him as father of nation, but we have so many contradicting issues and articles coming about him. But overall, if you look at it, Gandhiji has been instrumental in getting us independence. Okay, let's try to teach with it. Suppose a child comes up with this contradicting statement. How do you deal with it? You can't say no because it's a fact. You should be able to say that yes, we have taken all these things. I agree with your point and I appreciate you for getting detail about Hitler. But does it mean that if you have a troublesome childhood, you will become that? Then imagine what the world would be. Then there will be hundreds of Hitlers coming up. If not to that magnitude, at a different level. Okay, we should always try to pick the best from our lives. Let's not harp on the negative. That's what we do as individuals, right? We all have some negatives in lives, but what do we sit and cry about it? At least we tell to ourselves that, oh, I'm gifted with these many things. Let me have, count on my blessings than on negatives. That is something like that. Yeah, eagerness. What else can there teach us? Role model, something very, very important. You need to be impartial. All these are very important, but these are some things which we need to keep, asserting ourselves that no, I need to be a role model. I need to be a impartial teacher. I need to be an eager learner. I need to be the best of my conduct. Then, for somebody else, I need to be myself. I need to be punctual. There are so many need to be for the teachers. Okay? I need to be dedicated. Let's do an activity. You have a sheet of paper in front of you. There was one teacher who didn't get this file. Can I ask?
She got it.
You got it? I'll tell you one more thing, teachers. You need to be observant. Please be observant to your children. There may be a child who is very active, but after time, for some reason, the child is dipping in studies. The child is, behaving very dull. He's not active in the class. As a teacher, you should be able to identify the reason. For that, you need to develop trust of the child. You agree with me? If there is any contradiction, please let's discuss on it. I don't say that all these are. Let's discuss if you feel it. These are all the things, if you keep up to yourself, you will be able to implement CC very easily. Let's continue with the CC program, okay now? You should be able to, help the child personally. That is of great importance. Now I want you all to write down what the students need to be in this 21st century. Actually, I wanted to do it as a group work, but I don't think I can disturb you now. Can you all write it down all by yourself? What the students need to be in this 21st century? Right, 2 points, that's enough. What do you expect of your children? How should they be when they go out of the school? Right, or we'll discuss it. Each of you write 2 points. There's nothing right or wrong, teachers. Remember that. Absolutely nothing right or wrong. Yes, yes, yes. See, this is a typical classroom scenario, right? Agree with me? At least for that you should say yes, teachers, loudly. Yes? A typical classroom situation, you give some work, some children will be sincerely writing, some children will be looking at the what right? Okay, I find that kind of situations. But you know the answer, it's not that you don't know it, but that's a human tendency. Then what do? We go to the child and say that, concentrate on your work, write it up. Whatever you know, you write. You haven't written anything yet. You know, she has written, but I'm just saying, you go and tell the child, what is it? Are you stuck with something? Just these things will want the child to perform. More points, it's fine. I just wanted to run through this quickly. Okay, can you say it loudly so that all of us can hear? Last teacher, ma'am, please, could you say, what do you expect of the teachers, of the children? Loudly now.
Mic.
We should be able to hear you.
సునీల్ మైక్ లేదా
Obedience. Oh, that's nice. Obedience. Yes. Obedience. Discipline.
ఎర్రది ఉండే కదా
In a good position.
ఇక్కడక్కడ పెట్టాడండి
Discipline. Yes. Somebody said hardworking. Understanding of what? Yeah, so what do we understand?
What they are learning.
We have to comprehend. Yes.
Good citizen, then we must be honest in doing it.
Yes. Broad-minded. You said that? Yes.
Applying the subject to the daily life.
అందరూ ఇక్కడ ఉంటే నువ్వు అక్కడేం చేస్తావు
I thought you'll be coming up with, so you should be flowing with ideas. Come on, teachers. Let's make it into this group and this group. Let's see who speaks louder and more.
Applying the subject to the daily life.
Loudly, ma.
Applying the subject
వచ్చినా
to the
ఎవరు లేరు
daily
కదా
life.
అక్కడ
Okay.
In a practical way.
Yes. So real life situations. It should be able, he should be able to use it in real life.
తప్పించుకున్న ఆలోచన
Subject knowledge. Yes.
చేస్తాను.
That group has got 1 point. This group.
Respect others.
మేనేసుకుందా
I started the match now. I'm a bad teacher. Okay. So yes, come on. Now I'm trying to be a good teacher. Yes.
Respect others' ideas.
Respect. I put it on the top. Hey, this group is winning. Positive attitude. Come on, teachers.
Teamwork.
Faster.
Teamwork Teamwork.
Yes? Gold. Competitive spirit. I'll just put it like this, competitive spirit. Teachers, this is competitive spirit. Yes, fast teachers. This group has got 2 points, there 1 point. Yes, Vanguard. Oh my God, now what do I find? Okay, communication skills. Yes. Yes, teachers, fast. This group now.
He must be encouraging.
He must be encouraging. Okay. Somebody said encourage, responsible. Which group? This group? Yes. What is it? This group is not active at all. You are giving up? No competitive spirit?
గట్టిగా చెప్పండి గట్టిగా
Ma'am, I want you to do. Tactical and active. Should be able to appreciate. Yes, computer knowledge. Yes, innovative. Yes, resourceful. Perfect. I'm looking for one word. Concentration, punctual.
Control responsibility.
They spoke about something now, 1 brain and 10 brains. What is it? Independent. That is teamwork. Can I repeat as teamwork?
గట్టిగా చెప్పాలి కదా
Goal and ambitions. So there are so many. Okay, now we have found out if they have all this, they will be super successful. No problem at all. Okay. So we try to inculcate these things. Now I have put them in a different category. I put these in a different category. What would be the segregation?
ఇక్కడ వ్యానల్తో
If you look at these things, respect. Can I teach? I need to act. We can teach how. Respect is standing when the elder comes, sitting when the elder asks you to sit. Is that teaching respect? Yes. How do we show respect? Because we don't interact with the principal or we don't interact with the senior teacher in front of the students. How do we show the quality of respect to the children? Respect the children. They are also humans. They also must be going through so much. They have their own problems. They have their own identity issues. Don't just brush off saying that only studies, can't you do that much also? Maybe the child wants to go and play basketball. Mother is not allowing them, but he is coming and sitting and thinking about the basketball. Right? Now if he says, Mom, I wanted to play basketball, morning mom didn't send me. What will you say? What will you do playing basketball? Study and get marks. That's what we say. Instead, if you go and say that, okay, you want to play basketball, you do one thing, do your work sincerely, I'll talk to your mother.
కూర్చున్నాము
That's it, you're respecting the child's. Is it possible or not, teachers?
Possible.
Absolutely possible, okay? Maybe at times we might fail also. It will boomerang sometimes. But be in an attitude where, this is one more word I was looking for, be optimistic. Yes, it can happen. We can bring a change. That is something. I was just coming and your board says that Loyola schools and home for good, what is that statement? Home for good education. Right? What is that? Okay, something like home and good education. That means definitely you know what it is to say good education. Does good education just mean 90%, 100% pass out? When I am saying that, when my students are walking on this road, I should be able to see my teaching there also. Oh, they are gone out of the house, nothing, I don't have any job. It should not be like that. Okay, they should be more responsible and you should be proud to say that, oh, he's from Loyola. She's from Loyola. That is the spirit you need to imbibe amongst the children. Yes. So all this, how can we segregate the teachers? These are all called.
These are called life skills that the child will learn over a period of time.
Okay, when a first standard child comes, he doesn't know how to stand in the assembly like at all. Okay, but maybe when he comes to 6 months old, he becomes like, he knows where to stand and where is his school assembly being conducted. He knows what he's supposed to do when a teacher enters the class. All these things by observation you tell and then you make the child do. And also the children observe each other differently. Okay, these are all life skills and that is what integrating life skills we can also call the post-scholastic.
And scholastic. In scholastic, you have a pen paper test, you have a book to solve upon, you have certain yardsticks to measure.
How do we measure the post-scholastic illness? Now I'll tell you a scenario where a child studies very well. He gets first rank always, thumbs down, he is the first rank holder. Usually we have that. But then you see that that child doesn't respect other children. If a person goes and says, hey, you got maths, you got 100, they will talk in that kind of tone. The child is getting 100 or 100. And in the meantime, a child who is getting only 70 or 80, I'll explain it to you. Which child is better as a human? The second child is always better. There comes positive attitude, there comes respect, there comes being responsible, there comes being encouraging. One act, you can identify the child with so many things. He believes in people, he is optimistic that he has confidence in himself that I can bring a change to this friend of mine. Okay, you need such kind of team players. You don't need autocrats, you don't need dictators. Okay, generally when we are good at something, we develop this attitude of being autocratic. Or to I'm best, there's nobody better than me. Let that not develop in any child. There will be first rank. This problem will always be there. The child who is very good at academics, the child who is very good at sports. What if he goes from Loyola school to another school where he will find another competitor who is very good runner, who is very good athletic. Here he has been always a champion. The name comes, when it is a track event, it is his name. Let's say Rahul is the name here. But when he goes for inter-school competition, he has to compete with so many other children. Since he is used to being a winner here, can he accept that failure in case he fails there? He cannot. We should be able to teach that also to the children. So for that, how do we teach, ma'am? Should we make him lose the race? What do we do then? No, in our school he is the best. Hands down he wins. Track event, Rahul first. Second we have to check out. How do we teach him sportsmanship? He's good, he hasn't behaved badly also. He's very nice.
So many competitors are there in the world.
Keep telling them and ask him to go talk to the second prize winner. Let him congratulate them for giving him a tough competition. If a winner can go and say that I got first rank, she got second rank, and it's with 2 marks difference. If I can go and tell, अरे यार, देखो अगर 2 marks आ जाता तो मैं second, 3 marks आ जाता तो I'll be a second and you would have been a first. That means I'm identifying her competition. She has given me a tough competition, right? That moment something went wrong, she didn't do. Otherwise she also would have been a first rank. That means there's always a chance. There are too many slips between, what is it saying? Cup and a sip. Okay, lip and sip, lip and cup and sip. Okay, so you can always be a loser, you can always be a winner. And lose the match. How do I? That to be anywhere encouraged. That comes to us naturally, right? If a person cries and he's losing the match and he's crying, he or she, then we naturally tell them it's okay next time. This is something very naturally comes to us, we know that. But what do we do with the winners? Because they develop a kind of attitude of second to none. And that's a very dangerous attitude. All these come under the life skills. So you all have actually come out with what are the requirements when he goes into the society, what are the requirements he should have. He should be able to respect others. Now respect doesn't mean that you stand up when somebody comes and you, that's not at all respect. I would rather say you sit and show respect. Even in classes when you are entering, all the children stand up erect and they wish you. Okay? Is it by respect or is it because the teacher says chides them? Sure? Yes, that's nice if they do. Otherwise, they have to do, we have had experiences where they'll be hanging on to this and then they'll be taking a half. Good morning. That's it. By then, it's over. Teacher will say, okay, sit. It's over. Wish them back nicely. Very good morning, children. It takes a second. Over a period of time, they learn how to wish back also. They'll sing that song and afternoon will never come. Good afternoon will never come. Good after. Sit, go on, it's over. Okay, these are very minute things we need to be careful about. Now, this is comprehending a lesson, practical approach, real life experiences, connecting it to real life. All these are the scholastic aspects where you are dealing with the children. Now the CC wants you all to concentrate on these issues. These are the issues, okay? In my class, you are asking me to take care of life skills. How do I complete my syllabus? Okay, now we need to learn to, is anybody carrying a textbook or something, whichever class it is, perfect? Yeah, if you look at your lessons teachers, there is nothing, you don't have to teach them separately. So let's say English lesson. 9th class, there is it's a CBSE even. Ozymandias, who are the English teachers here? Yeah. Do you know the poem Ozymandias? Road Not Taken? Yes, Robert Frost. Okay, Road Not Taken is a poem where the author or the poet is stuck between two roads. Okay, at a certain point of life, he comes at a juncture where he needs to choose which road do I take. There are two roads, which is like one road is nicely paved. That means many people have walked in the woods he's going, and when he's looking at that road, it's automatically reflex action is that he would take that road because many have taken that road since there is a path that has been formed. Okay? So all of us also do that. Whichever is like something, smoother road, we just take that. But then the poet is at a juncture where he thinks, what if I take this route? Which is not taken by many people. Okay? Now, he is at a dilemma, what if I take this, what if I take this? If he takes this, he would land up in a place, destination would be where many would have landed. Okay? But if he goes to this, here there is security. Here there is a kind of, clarity. Okay, there will be something, because of that only many have taken. That's the reason people are going to Narayanas and Chaitanyas. Okay, they have shown lot of ranks to us. As parents, we tend to, after 10th, my child goes into that only. That's it. So because many students are, that's the trodden path. Somebody who has already taken that path have been successful. In this path, maybe there are not many, but you have to reach the destination to see whether they are successful or not. That's the gist of the poem. How do you use this for your life skills?
Yeah. English teacher. Which class you teach? You also teach ninth and tenth.
How do you think we can use it in life skills? We should always have positive thinking. We should be optimistic. And we should be courageous. The road which is not taken by many people, if we go, so maybe better possibilities are there to be in our life.
Yes,
You can give examples in selection of profession. Right? I may be writing very good in English, but my father says what that English will do. Go to maths. Many parents say that, teachers. Many parents have an attitude what English, close it and do science or math. That's it. These are the subjects. But because I'm good at English, I might have a flair for writing well, right? I might as well take mass communications and become a journalist. All these things to do also, the child should have confidence. He has to put his foot down and say that I like this subject, I'm going to go pursue a career in English. For that, he needs to, because most of his classmates would be doing engineering. Out of 100 children, 80 will be engineers. Who will be teachers then? Who will be painters? Who will be artists? Who will be singers?
But it is the pressure of the parents.
yes.
Pressure of the parents is there on the
No, teachers, what happens is when the child comes very strongly, sometimes you can't yield. You will not be able to yield. I'm also, my daughter is in 11th class. That I had to, I was also saying so much and talking at a point I was so confused what to do, whether I should put her in Chaitanya and relieve myself of tension. She'll go at morning 8, night 8, I'm done. I'll give dinner, it's over. But then I have put her in a CBSE school. I'm not saying here board difference, it's just a school. I have put her in a school which is like a school, that's it. Not like a training center, coaching center and all. Then I had to, answer so many parents, why did you take that decision? Which is not a crime actually. It's not at all a crime. What I've done is actually good. But I reached a stage where so many people had so many influences on me. Being a mother, I got so influenced. What is that child? You wouldn't know anything. And they will make fun of me. I take LPC. Child might not be good at LPC. Okay, so imagine that. Now I put her in that because she said, I don't want to get into that, please. And that is not my aim. I don't want to be an engineer. That is second thing. Okay, so she had put her foot so strongly, we had to yield to her. Now you might say that you are yielding to her, there are parents who don't yield. Yes, that is also there. Don't yield. Don't, at least teach the child to be assertive. Wherever he can show his assertiveness, he will show. Let's pray that the parents become little open to their children. Did we have such parents? We never had, I don't think. We had such a certain parents who would say that you have to get an IIT or you have to be a doctor. It's not that. We had some options open for us. We were not brought up by such competitive parents. And usually parents live their dreams. I couldn't become a doctor, so my daughter will become a doctor. Now you will integrate this particular poem stating the child, you should have the guts to take a decision. It need not be only profession, any decision. Entire class is against you, but you know that you are right. You should be able to stand alone. You should be able to prove your point that I am there to support myself. I don't need anybody. For that I need to know that I am right. Okay, these things while teaching, she said 3 points in that. She said optimistic, look for, have confidence in yourself, lesser trodden path. It's okay, I'm going to take that path, yet I will be successful. So that kind of attitude, you're just telling the children, you don't have to sit and teach them, ask them to write. And as we see, I will be giving you handouts also. Have a question which says that what is the character of the poet which you like the most? They'll come up with innumerable answers. He was confident, he was not confident, everybody will have their own way. Evaluate, and always remember teachers, wherever you have to evaluate the child, wherever the question is, evaluate, critically analyze. In these questions, there is no right or wrong. Especially in languages and all, there is no right or wrong. That is the opinion of the child. Unless it is very awkwardly bad, there is no right or wrong. And we should not penalize, that is what the state board is also saying. Don't penalize the child for not knowing the answer. Especially in the FAs, formative assessments, okay? This is for remedial coaching. Let's quickly get into this now. So the teachers have to be, you can't be spoon feeding the children. You have to be just a guide. It's like earlier how it used to be, the teacher says the children take down the note and same notes he has to produce in the unit test. Otherwise, what did I give you? You didn't write this, so no marks. You can't do that. Now you cannot afford. Encourage the children to write in their own words. That's one thumb rule for SSC, CC introduction, Because rote learning is a big no. Rote learning is a big no. I will be cramming nicely, they'll be closing the eyes and shaking their heads and they learn. After the exam, you ask them, 0. That second class teacher will say, what did you teach in first class? They don't know anything. Okay? And the third class teacher will second class, the whole class, they don't even write the ABC. So it goes down to nursery, LKG. Where are we failing them? All of us experience this, right? Sometimes we get excellent class, must class, nice class, 9th class. Then that time do we go and tell the 9th teacher, you are excellent, my 10th class is so good. Do we tell them? We should tell them, okay? Next time when we criticize so loudly, we should be able to appreciate also. So be more of, you need to be more of activity oriented. Let them, if suppose you are teaching a poem, let them narrate the poem. Let them analyze the poem. Make them into groups. Tell them that tomorrow I will be taking what is the, just give me a minute. Let's say social studies. Climate of India is there. Is that the lesson? How do you deal this big lesson? Silly features which the children will hate to learn. Why Himalaya is like this, ma'am? Why this is like that, ma'am? Why do we have to learn about it, ma'am? Do we ever go to Himalayas, ma'am? Okay? Teach Himalayas to be your big brothers. Put them as personified in Himalayas. Okay? Let them role play. What are the things you have in the Himalayas? I have my highest peak on what? Teacher. Mount Everest. But I'm not in India. Then what is the highest peak in India? Make it like this. Kanchenjunga, you talk about that. You are there in India and I'm not in India. I'm so much in India, but because generally children make highest peak, they'll write a Mount Everest and then they'll write the country as India. Okay, we are so much in love with Himalayas. That's a basic GK question, but unfortunately we don't have it in India. So say that unfortunately I'm not in India. I'm in Nepal, right? Then what are the highest peaks in India? Let them have a question as well. Divide them into groups, teachers. It will be very interesting. Divide them into groups. Whenever you give a group work, have certain rules, which I'll show you as we go on. And then let them follow that and let them come out and show. Group A, come out, not come. Let them do board work. Let them do chart work. Give the liberty to the children. Okay, let them do if they want role play. Okay, Himalayas are big brothers and we are standing like this. That is Everest, this is that. Let them say, what kind of climate I have? Let one person talk about climate, let one person talk about flora and fauna. And Himalayas. All of them are Himalayas. Hills differently. Isn't it interesting? It will be very interesting. Yes, for that what do you need? Planning. Little planning teachers, it's not that difficult. I don't say that each lesson you take it. These are crucial lessons and these lessons will haunt them throughout. They have to know about Himalayas, they have to know about Peninsular Plateau, these are the relief features of our country. And this is something which they have to know in and out, whether you are a science student or a art student, doesn't matter. Okay? So like that you can connect it. Now big brother, what is the attitude of a big brother? Connect the life lessons here. He is very protective, very responsible, takes care. You are already teaching life skills there. How much time does it take? You are integrating life skill with post-scholastic. You know the post-scholastic and scholastic area. You don't have to separately. When you say that children, you have to be responsible, you have to respect, you have to do this, you have to do. Nobody will do, even we will not do. We also don't want to do. We also want to reason out. All of your ladies, so I can take that when we marry and go into a new family, don't we have so many questions rising up? Why should I do this? Why should I do this? Every house has its own culture. We adapt slowly, don't we? All of us are married. Most of us are married, let's say. Okay, you come from a different culture. Every family has its own culture. Now we are very adaptable, so we are able to. But then also we are questioning our. If we have guts, we will question. Otherwise, we'll think it's. Let our children have the guts to question. See, when you question also, if you question in a right tone, nobody gets offended. When you say that, no, that's not my job, that I'm not doing this. No, that shows that you don't respect the other person. Now, respect again, teachers. Let's not say that if you are in a high position, I respect you. So if it is an IMO, I'll just say that I am a coming. No, they are respect as a human. For some reasons, they are not like us. You never know, there is always somebody superior to us. These are the aspects we need to take care. So Himalayas can teach that way. Just an example, teachers. Science teachers, how many of you are science teachers? Yes, ma'am. Now, how do you think you can integrate life skills into science?
We can ask them to promote them.
If it is an adolescence lesson, we can ask them to show examples how they can play. Very much.
Life lessons, how do you?
How?
See, that's what scholastic we know how to do, we follow that. How do you integrate life lessons into them?
We can ask them to draw some charts, explain it, or they can act according to the lesson what they have learned. Enact, they can enact.
They can do role.
Role.
Now that is a lesson we are talking about. How do you integrate life skill in? Let us say being responsible, being more, what you are saying is absolutely right when it comes to scholastic areas, right? They are learning the facts and figures which we are doing it. Now when I have to integrate in my lesson, if I can integrate, again teachers, not all lessons allow you to integrate scholastic. Don't get gobbled, don't get worried about it. You just have to think wherever possible I will integrate. That will ensure that you are bringing out your. So many times it happens that you are walking in the corridor, the papers are lying there. Maybe your school is not like that, but it happens many schools. Okay, the so-called big schools I find that so often. The children will also be walking, the teachers will also be walking. Who has to be blamed? You will ask the children, better pick it up. What is the immediate response the child will give? Correct, exactly, that's the band on, okay. If you are a scary teacher, then they'll pick, okay. If you say, I'll slap you, then they will do. Otherwise, a very friendly teacher, go and pick it up. No, I didn't throw, I didn't eat a chocolate, I didn't eat Cadbury. They'll have 100 and odd, but then instead you go and pick it up and throw it in the dustbin. Trust me, next time they will not allow you to do that. You're talking two good things, I'm saying. You may be thinking, but these are facts which work. I'm only talking the things which have worked. course, I also got the same response. I said, go pick it up, there are so many papers, is this what you're learning? And I thought, I'm teaching but I'm not doing it, right? So the child will not feel it. I went to pick it up. It's okay, I'll pick it up. The child was so humiliated, he said, I'm sorry ma'am, please ma'am, next time I'll see that. I've seen the child picking up next time. Okay, that was coincidence that I've seen the same child. But yes, that works. Maybe it will not work at times, don't get worried, keep working towards it, okay? Yeah, how to integrate science into it? Let's say we're talking about water, okay? Talking about planets. When you're talking about planets, talk about Mars, what we have done, how we have sent mom, okay? How significant it is. It is a first, just give them this information. It's a first attempt. Many countries have been successful after second or third attempt. India is the first country in the first attempt and with the lowest budget. Enough, don't give them like ISRO scientists. 4th class child also will be knowing what is Mars. 10th class child might know little or ask them to find out details. Let's discuss about, today you have a news. Say them, tomorrow we'll discuss about Mars. Tomorrow we'll discuss about Modi's visit to US. I'm just giving an example. You know, where did Modi celebrate this Diwali? What can you identify with this? I'm not saying I'm not a pro Modi or anything. You're telling them now, since he is the leader now, we're talking about. Now integrate life lessons. He has been a chai wala's son. People always made fun of him saying that I am a chai wala's son. But he used that chai wala and then he won the elections. So turning the adversity in your favor, that's also tactfulness. Okay, this lesson, how much time will it take? 2 minutes. I got interesting news tomorrow. Yesterday I was just going through. And you will start. When you say these words interesting, you know what happened? No, you make it a little more, rapt attention. That's it. You're telling. So you have to integrate GK, you have to integrate, for that you need to watch news. How many of you watch news? So many corrections, so much cooking and all, after that we have time. Put it on TV, don't have to see the news later. Just make sure 15 minutes I'm going to take my time, and as a teacher I need to keep myself. Pick one news. All these things will matter, teachers. That is something. And try to give them more teamwork. Lot of group works you do. This lesson, as I said, give them today and tell them tomorrow, give them 2 days. And each, what do you call this? What's the strength of your class like? 40-45 fluctuates. So make it into 10-10. Say that you will be Himalayas, you will be Plateau, you will be Ganges, plains, northern plains. Okay, what is the 4th relief? Reverse system. That's an interesting and that's a very vast subject. So put them on the task, take 2 days, and then after they have done their task, you just summarize as a teacher. That's it, you don't have to do anything. But yes, when you have given group work, please ensure you are moving around. Because one child will work and the 10 will be sitting. So for the group, we have to give 10 on 10. Suppose they are 10, but there is only one child. Try to segregate that time in the classroom. Try to give it in the classroom. If you have club periods, do you have club periods? Maybe you can have some kind of way of managing your time with your management. If you think it's a bigger lesson, or else 50 minutes, give them 2 days. So that takes them closer to 2 hours. Okay, in the class, let them do. 3rd class, you will be dealing with it. Another 2 classes for presentation. Time them. Tell that you have time for 15 minutes, you need to give a presentation. So you can actually evaluate the children there only. In a role play, FA is over. You just sit and observe how they are saying. Tell them that how you speak. Whether you are speaking confidently or not. Whether you are clear with your subject. Whether you are covering all the points. There are certain points like rubrics you make and then tell the children, these are what I am trying to expect from you. That's it. You will be able to evaluate easily and then you will be giving, those are the FA marks. Conduct 3 or 4 or minimum actually 3 you have to conduct and then you have to take an average FA mark. FA2, FA3, FA4. Like that you can conduct. I wanted to
distribute some sheets. Is there a way we can work? I'm not able to find them. How many of us are there? Can you all get up and then come with these pictures? Just stand. It'll take just 5 minutes. Each of you get up and try to club with these teachers. Stand there. Like this, you will be able to manage. Perfect. So, yes. I'll start with this. Okay, yeah, that's a nice one. Good idea. This is, no. You fall into this, yeah, please give it to them. Maybe three rows as one group. Can you please coordinate order? Three rows make a group. Teachers, keep it in the center. Do you all have? You need to check with them. How many of you understand what you are doing? What is it? I've given you sheets of paper. Now what this could be? Is there any clarity in this? What are you supposed to do? Is there any clarity? There's so much confusion running in your what are we supposed to do? You should read and understand after that. You have that confusion? Okay. Now I'll tell you what you have to do. Since same thing in the class also, give the children group work. Tell what are your objectives. This is what you are supposed to do. Be very clear. They'll confuse you a lot. You be very clear. This is what. These are the points I'm looking for. I got this. Nothing extra, nothing less. Okay, when you make it clear now, let's say I want you all, you have sheet of paper which has on both sides, some of you have both sides points written, some of you have a single side. Okay, what I want you all to do is, yeah, so what I want you all to do is, as a group, discuss whether that point comes into what is CC. Okay, what is not CC? What is CC? What the school can do? I'll do one point. There is a single one. See, formative assessment needs to be taken up. The point I have is formative assessment needs to be taken up with discrimination and in consultation with all subject teachers so that projects of all subjects are not given at the same time. Where will this point fall into? Is it CC or is it not CC? It is, be confident, that's it. It is CC. So that's what I want you all to do. You have a point, 2 points, right? One from each group will come and tell what is it. Did you understand this point? Basically, when we are giving project works, let's not bombard the children with too many projects.
Let's only try to integrate all the projects together. Let's say we are giving them a project in, what we call maybe some science, all the subjects you can integrate. Let's say talking about conserving energy. Okay, or we can talk about major problem, environment problem. What is it? Global warming. Okay, when you can choose all the teachers for this. You need to work as a team. You need to sit and say that what is it we are going to want. So science, you can ask them to write what are the causes for global warming. Okay, what are the ways we can control global warming. In English, the same teacher, the same topic can be extended by saying that students can write an essay. If there are children who can write a poem, they can write a poem. Give them an option, make a drawing of global warming, impact of global warming, or else write a poem, write an essay. Let them choose whatever they want. Okay, that can be English. In Hindi also similarly, you can ask them Hindi or Telugu, whichever is the language, let them write. How best can we, as an individual, how do you think you can be part of controlling global warming? If it is given, that's fine. Now, in case you are not already in the science. No, is it an integrated project? Is it? That's what I'm telling. When you're giving integrated projects are given when they're sent for holidays. They have 10 days holidays. You don't want the children to sit simply not doing anything, right? Make it interesting. Don't give them pages of homework. Now try to give these kind of activities where they will become socially responsible. How do you think your colony can become more beautiful? Okay, start from the science. How do you think you can put a science project in this? Talk about, what do you think? Well, how can we integrate science into this topic? Science teachers. Yes, importance of trees. How do we have, make our colony more beautiful? Let the science teacher talk about, give a project on importance of trees. Let the English teacher talk about an essay on friendly neighbors, having friendly neighbors. Yes? Maths teacher can, yes, that's it. Okay, maths teacher, that's really, we haven't come to that. You can always give some words, some say, stating that Ramu planted 3 plants, out of it Raju planted 10 plants, something, plants. Every question will be plants. Okay, Raju did not water the plants for these many days. Ramu watered it. So 2 plants died. Total how many plants are there? Everything around plants. Somewhere you are telling them watering the plants is crucial. For that you have to sit and do the exam. You also have to do exam. It's like ready-made, we are spoiling the teachers by giving ready-made projects, right? Okay, anyway, try to make some interesting like this. Watering. Raju took 3 buckets of water from his house. Okay, and then he requested his auntie to give 1 more bucket water because there is shortage of water. Total how many buckets of water does Raju need to plant, water the plants for 10 plants, something like that. So planting, shortage of water, everything is coming. He is asking somebody for help. Because he doesn't have water, he is not stopping watering the plants. All these things will try to put this kind of questions to the children. That is what we are aiming at actually. You are sensitizing the child. There were 4 barking dogs. Dogs used to trouble the neighbors and all that. Maths teacher can. You have to be a storyteller also. If you cannot go to the English teacher. Cannot do this, I am not saying that, please don't get me wrong. Like, if you don't get an idea how to, sit with an English teacher. How do you think I should frame a question like this? More interesting question. All of you sit together. Actually, that's an ideal thing. 7th class teachers, all of you sit together. Let's make a project. First, identify a topic. For that, you need to be great team players. Okay, so so have you got it? So basically formative assessment is something which on this basis you can evaluate the children. There is always no need that you have to test the children only on pen paper test features. Okay, you are taking a lesson, suddenly you say, come on, children take out a pen, paper, write a test. Nobody will like it. Ma'am, we didn't study. Ma'am, they'll come up with so many exclamations and cries and all that. But you can say there's nothing, you just have to write one question. Basically, you're taking out the fear among the children. CC is aiming at that. We need to make the children feel that testing is not that they are being judged on something. And in FA, even if they score 0, you cannot penalize the child. That's a rule. FA is actually remedial. You cannot penalize in the sense, you cannot, you should not be scolding and you should not judge the child by FAs. Suppose he's getting less, you have to keep conducting tests and you have to take an average of them. That is how it is. Okay, so you have taught a lesson on Himalayas. They have done, just ask them to write 4 relief features of India and 1 point in each. How long will the test take? Give 5 minutes only. Amongst them, 10 children only will write. It's okay. Even if they are able to mention the 4 relief features, that's it. That can be a 2-mark paper. Even correction is easy for you. Children also it is not stressful. They'll feel that confidence that okay, I've got 2 marks or 4 marks, whatever marks you want to do. That's it. Keep them in your. You have any? Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, absolutely. It is very useful because they are going to take 20% of it, right? Yes, it will be useful. We have. Yes, ma'am, the thing is, this is the first year for you people, so you will have teething problems, right? You will definitely have innumerable questions, okay? But this has been very successful. That's the reason I'm saying that, see, we will offer you throughout. Whenever you have doubts, please approach us anytime. We are ready to help you. Okay, I will give you my contact number and I will give you some websites which can be helpful. Now, when I told about this particular lesson, going back to that lesson, since I have the text. Relief features of India. You have taken how many periods? If you go by the regular lesson planning, how many periods do you allot to this? 7 to 6. Now imagine if you have the luxury of 7 to 6 periods, right? That comes to like 50 minutes is each period. 50 minutes is each period. So that comes to 700, 3 hours almost, right? Okay, maths teacher should be doing faster. Okay, so you should be able to, as I said, 2 days, give them to prepare in the class. Let them prepare charts, let them prepare whatever they want to do, let them do it. That's what I'm telling you. Make it very clear what you're expecting. Nothing extra. From the textbook, let them get information. Next 2 days, you are going to ask them to give a presentation. 4 groups, 20 minutes each. Wherever correction is required, you are doing it then and there. Then you will, and tell them that after this, you are going to put them to test. Okay, let's have a test. Let's see how you have understood. And peer learning is the best learning teachers. It's proven fact. When their friends teach them, they learn the best. Okay, they don't learn when we do it in a lecture method. Have a map handy with you. When they are telling you as a teacher, you intervene. When they are doing a role play, just go and say, yes, they spoke about Kanchenjunga, let me show you where is Kanchenjunga. Okay, you also have to be active. It doesn't mean that you have to be passive. Okay, over. 4 periods are over. Then 5, 6, 7. Another 3 periods you have. Conduct the test immediately. Get a understanding how much children have understood. Okay, you will get an understanding. Try to identify important questions. To fill in the blanks, to match the following, 1 maybe 4 marks question. Give a test, 20 minutes test. Another 20 minutes. Brief about Himalayas and Ganges and river system. Next day, last period also you test. You still do. No, again, ma'am, it's not that I'm telling like you can do. It's not that something which I'm telling just like that. It's being done. In CBSE, they have introduced in almost 3 years now. The first year was similar to what you are facing, so I truly understand what you are going through. Absolutely, absolutely, because we haven't nurtured our children like that. Now, I will say that it is difficult for the 10th class teacher to actually follow that. But I request all the teachers who are in the primary sections, concentrate on that way of learning. Let the child learn. You want the child to speak something, let them get some article of theirs. Ask them to speak for 5 minutes. Every day have that 5 minutes. Whichever, this is my favorite book. Why do I like? It's black in color, it has a string, it has something. Let them say 3 sentences, but let them come here. When we are there, it is easy to speak. When we come here, it's so difficult to face the crowd. We as teachers also, if I ask you to come and stand here and say, first for a moment we'll feel bad. Not feel bad. I mean to say we don't feel so confident. We see our teachers every day. Agree? We share our tiffins, we enjoy nice talk, yet we don't want to come and that's how it is. We all are human. So try to relieve the children of that inhibitions. For the 10th class teachers it is little difficult, but try to do at least with 1 or 2 lessons teachers. They will get teachers, you will get results. Yeah, again, as I was telling you, it's very crucial for 10th class now at this juncture to get into the new mode, but you need to get in it. Yes. We can't penalize you now because it's like difficult to, it's a sea change, it's a huge change to integrate that. But yes, lower class teachers, please see that you are trying to do everything. Now, how do I teach about being friendly? Every class has some life lessons. The lessons which you have, be a friendly teacher. That means you have to be more friendly. Which kind of a person do you like? Somebody who smiles at you or somebody who always keeps a strong face, long face at you? They will always say, smiling teacher I like. So you need to be friendly, you should not be kind. That's you have taught one lesson. It's not, don't think that once if I tell is it over. All the teachers try to implement that. It will work.